Welcome back to my channel and more fun with George and Heidi from the Philippine Antics channel. First, we have Heidi strangely complaining about other channels, yet when she gets criticism, she says,
"It's what our channel is, and if you don't like it, don't watch."
That's fine, but why doesn't Heidi apply that to channels she complains about? Just let them do their channel and don't watch them. Heidi then returns to a prior complaint about how many views a channel should get on a video.
If you're getting 2 to 5% right now, you're lucky. The algorithm is tanked.
Trouble is, there are plenty of exceptions, as I pointed out in an earlier video. But I think I need to do a separate video to talk about how misleading Heidi's claim is, so watch for that. But I bring it up now because this is a common weakness of the Antics channel. They tend to take something that may generally be true, but no guarantee, and then act like it is an inviolable fact that always applies. That's not reality. Then they use these assumptions of absolutes to attack others.
What do we think about these channels that have excessive numbers that don't even match? I think they're up to something.
See what I mean?
It's not that we hate them, it's pure honesty.
Well, it's pure something.
It's like there's so much talent from Filipinos here, or Filipinas. Like when they go on about the P, I'm like, she's just average.
So Heidi just declares P's channel is average, but at best, that's just her opinion. If others have the opinion that is much more positive, why should Heidi even care? Unless she's jealous or doesn't like P. However, if we use actual hard numbers, we get a different reality. You can find all kinds of numbers for what I'm going to point out, but none of them change my basic point. I use Google's Gemini AI because Google also owns YouTube. It says about 0.5% of YouTube channels have 100,000 subscribers. Obviously, there would be far less at P's level. After all, P has around 440,000 subscribers. What about views? Well, the average number of views on YouTube videos is under 6,000. But that is skewed by some viral videos and big music stars. The median is more typical, and that gives no more than 50 per video. Less than 4% even get 10,000 views. P has never gotten fewer than 20,000. So, when we look at actual data, P is clearly not just average. The data trumps self-serving personal opinion. And Heidi's personal opinion is not superior to anyone else's. But don't worry, because I'm sure Heidi can keep making things up, like claiming P buys subscribers or views. Heidi has claimed that before. It's what jealous people do. Heidi may even claim that many of the comments P gets on her videos are not real, as if there is a place where a bunch of people are hired to type out thousands of comments to P's videos. Then we get George jumping in. He may not say as many crazy things as Heidi, but he still says crazy things.
If you live in the Philippines and you're an adult,
Yeah,
and you're
it
like,
could be worse.
oh, I've never tried Jollibee before. Oh, I've never tried Blue before. Oh, I've never tried McDonald's before. Then you're a fucking liar.
This isn't the first time George has made absolutist accusations like that, and it's one of those claims that's bogus on its face. He is saying P lied when she said she had never tried balut before because, apparently, George thinks that every single adult Filipino has at least tried it. There are well over 100 million Filipinos, and probably 80 million or more who are adults. And George thinks there isn't even one exception who has never tried it? Societies don't work in such absolute terms. I'm pretty sure George has not surveyed every Filipino, which would be necessary to make such an absolutist claim. Fortunately, I only need to find one person to prove him wrong. So I did some research and found Filipinos that were simply asked about it, and a number of them said no, they had never even tried it. So it isn't P that's a liar, it's George. All because he, like Heidi, take generalities and treat them as absolutes. Heidi jumps in with another meaningless complaint.
Who in the world reacts to their own videos?
Well, the Philippine P did. So, what happened to, if you don't like it, don't watch? Remember how they try to say they like P? What person, if they liked P, would make an issue of this, regardless of whether they personally think it is a good idea or not? Reacting to her own videos isn't hurting anyone, thus no reason to make an attack on someone they say they like. But then, I don't believe them for a minute.
One of the stupidest videos we've seen, and I'll leave the name out, that way it stirs the troll up. A Filipina here, unnamed, just think about it, put her own footage up recently. She's been posting old footage and reacting. Talk about running out of content.
As usual, Heidi can't think of any other reason besides saying P is out of content. There are other reasons, but since they aren't negative, Heidi can't think of them. Gossip and negativity typically go together. First, P has been doing weekly videos for quite some time now, so this is actually adding content. Second, P said years ago that she wants most of her views to hold up over time. Sure, not all do, such as things that were specifically about rules applied during COVID, but most of them you can watch now and still learn as if they were brand new. So P is just getting more people to see them. There are viewers who never saw those videos, so nothing wrong with this, and it certainly isn't hurting anyone who isn't jealous. Third, many who have seen them before will watch them anyway, for at least two reasons. One would be that they are still enjoyable. People do watch reruns all the time on TV, so this just brings them to their attention again. But the other thing is that P isn't just republishing the video. P does do a reaction to them, which is also of interest to many people, telling us some of the background or how she felt, etc. All perfectly legitimate things. Just as on TV, you may see a behind-the-scenes story. Heidi doesn't have to like them. Fortunately, they can easily be skipped. You know, like Heidi said her critics should do.
I can't get those 30 seconds back of my life watching it.
Sure beats the waste of time watching Heidi and George fight for hours, let alone the same gossip stuff. Regardless, just don't watch if you don't like it. That was Heidi's advice to others, and maybe the only thing she got partly right.
Who watches their own video and reacts to their own video of an old footage from a year or two ago of eating Filipino food and act like you never ate it before?
That's Heidi just piling on George's made-up claim that every adult Filipino has at least tried balut. By the way, it's a minor point, but the video was not from a year or two ago. It was from 5.5 years ago, within a month of when P started her channel. I expect more coming since P said it was a new channel feature. There is stuff in them I enjoy being reminded about, and I like the reactions. It's a different approach, but even if no one liked them, so what? They aren't hurting anyone. More illogic from Heidi.
Maybe if you was like Britney Spears and you was reacting to yourself where she was dancing in a tour when she was 20 and she was like, oh my God, that was so embarrassing.
Only people like Britney Spears can look back at their career and comment about it? Sorry, Heidi, but that's the kind of nonsense a jealous person would say. Remember the effort to say P's channel is just average? Well, they try again to promote that idea, which is strange coming from people who periodically say they like P, yet they keep making meaningless criticisms.
A lot of Filipinos don't know who that person is.
And when you guys are talking about...
If I mention that name, they'll be like, who?
Nobody knows who she is except
No.
for the Simps.
No.
And if somebody watched that in her recent videos about her coconuts and bullshit, then you're a simp.
It literally doesn't matter how many Filipinos know who P is. P said from the beginning that she was trying to provide information to visitors or expats from the West. So even if few Filipinos know who she is, it doesn't matter. But like many trolls, they have to assume anyone who likes these videos is a simp. It's easier to make such assumptions than make a rational argument.
If you don't want to watch, take your fucking ass somewhere else.
This is just another example of Heidi telling critics to go elsewhere, while Heidi doesn't follow her own advice when she doesn't like a channel. George then tries to explain what is not their motivation.
It's not hate, it's not anger, it's not jealousy. Point being is she's only
Pull your shit
popular only because you guys are expat and you guys are simping. Fact.
together. She's
Nothing
being the
more.
same-
Let's see. P is popular with exactly the audience P said she wanted to reach out to from the beginning. Westerners interested in visiting or moving to the Philippines. George just has to label them as simps. It's automatic with jealous, hateful people. Besides, I'm not an expat and have no plans to even visit the Philippines. Yet I enjoy P's videos, just as I can enjoy the Travel Channel on TV. Even when the topic is something I personally have no interest in. But keep playing that simp card, George. It seems to be all you've got. But considering both Heidi and George called P supporters simps, consider this.
We want you guys. We just don't need people attacking our viewers and trying to bring in stupid shit like your breath stinks and you're too fat. And it's like, what's that got
That's
to do
irrelevant.
with the price of tea?
Again,
It's
that's
irrelevant.
whenever there's an argument, when somebody again does ad hominems, then you're like, okay, you've lost the battle, buddy.
Right.
Sounds pretty hypocritical to me, since both of them have resorted to attacking P supporters as simps. But at least George is describing what they do as losing the battle.
You guys can be hypocritical, whether or judgmental, whatever you call it.
But they just showed they were hypocritical. Again, a complete lack of self-awareness. By the way, I just posted a video last week about how stupid such simp labeling is. But trolls and gossips need to play the simp card. Then they have their defense about losing numbers on their own channel.
They said that we're losing numbers and nobody cares.
Everybody losing.
This is actually a variation of their absolutist mindset. They excuse their drop in views by saying it's happening to everybody. Now, maybe it is everybody that is losing views, but even if it is, that misses the obvious point. But let's first listen to a bit more.
You're not getting your numbers because people aren't watching because they hate you, so they're
No,
no longer tuning
no,
in. No, it has
that's-
nothing to do with people. They
Here's-
hate you, Heidi, because you say too
No,
much.
no,
That's
no.
not why.
They are correct, but only to a point. You see, just because something causes a reduction in views, that certainly doesn't mean it is the only reason. Channels have gained or lost views since the beginning of YouTube. Just because some new problem has cropped up, even if it hurts every channel, doesn't mean all the other reasons channels can lose views have gone away. I don't pretend to know what factors are involved with the Antics channel numbers. I doubt they can really be sure themselves. They've certainly been caught, such as with this video, saying ridiculous things. Other channels may have also pointed out those things, but I haven't seen any of them. So it isn't a logical argument to insist it is only about the changes YouTube has made. It could be other things. Antics is just declaring it can't be anything they are doing wrong, which is, kind of a biased, self-serving statement. It also blinds them to even considering doing things better. You've seen it over and over with Heidi saying she is just going to keep doing what she has always done. Thanks for watching, and don't let the trolls stop you from speaking out.